Down south, we're looking at the tropics. I mean, the last day of hurricane season is November 30th. And as you know, recovery efforts are still underway. Humanitarian groups are trying to step up and help those in need. They are providing shelter and supplies, as well as a clinic service to treat survivors that were injured during the devastating storm. Our very own Robert Ray is back down there. He returned to Jamaica to cover this ongoing story and the recovery process. Robert, it is great to see you out there. You're in Montego Bay. How are things shaping up?
Yeah, guys, yes, greetings from Montego Bay. And if you're wondering why I'm standing on the side of this highway, well, it's because we got into a traffic jam. There was a deadly accident right ahead of us, and so we had to pull over to try and be able to give you guys this report. Traffic is moving nicely now, and a horrible incident up above. We are headed to the Montego Bay Convention Center, where we're going to talk to the World Central Kitchen, yet another aid group that is delivering food and other goods and supplies. World Central Kitchen goes all over the world, an unbelievable organization, and we're going to go talk to them as soon as we get done with this and we can move in. But look at the video from around Jamaica this week. You know, we're talking about helicopters that have gone up in the air, leaving the Montego Air Base here, and I went up on Monday with them into remote areas where some of the first supplies were dropped. That was with Medic Corps. Had the privilege of going up with them and experiencing what they're delivering to help the Jamaicans in need. On top of that, you know, yesterday we were in Black River, decimated. That's the epicenter, really, where Hurricane Melissa came in as a Cat 5, and we got a very intense tour of a hospital built by Samaritan's Purse organization based out of North Carolina, but goes around the world, setting up these hospitals and treating people in need after Mother Nature ravages, unfortunately. And you hear the sounds of the big trucks. Give me 1 second here. I'll let this guy go by, and then I'll continue to talk as all these vehicles are moving. But, you know, listen to the director of operations for Medic Corps, who I spoke to just a day or so right after I got off a helicopter. Have a listen. Nathan, as far as disasters go, what has this been like from your experience?
This is like Hurricane Dorian level wind destruction with Hurricane Helene flooding destruction combined. This is a very bad disaster. It's a very large area. I've been to almost every major disaster since 2014. And the condition of the people in southern and western Jamaica right now is as bad as it gets.
It's a humanitarian problem.
It's an absolute humanitarian crisis, and there's no food, there's no water in a lot of places. They're rationing it. The shelters are completely overfull, and the government is doing everything in their power, all of the NGOs, but simply 30% of this entire country has been either totally destroyed or severely damaged.
Nathan is correct on everything he says. I've also been on the ground for all the disasters that he's been in, and I can tell you from my perspective as well, yeah, the swath of this, the difficulty of getting into some of these communities is very intense, as bad as it gets, truly. And that's what happens when you have a Category 5 hurricane coming in on the South Shores and then coming up into this pocket, which, by the way, it was about 140 to 145 mile an hour winds. We experienced that ourselves. Our team, my team, Jared Maloney and Pete Woltz and the security team. And now Jason Jones behind the camera right now on this mission to highlight the aid and what people are going through. But I can tell you right now, there are many communities that are still in a serious need of supplies, whether that be water, food, medical supplies, generators, Starlinks, so that they can get cell service. That is happening. I just heard somebody drive by say we're still suffering. Indeed, it's 2 weeks after. This is going to be many months and in some areas years of a reimagination, a rebuild. But one important highlight that I said yesterday, and I want to say it again, for any of our viewers watching, if you have a trip that is booked here next year, say in the winter or in the spring, likely the resorts will be open once they can kind of get the infrastructure back up. And so don't cancel that trip, because it's just pertinent to Jamaica making a comeback, tourism that is. In the meantime, these vehicles moving into Montego Bay, and that's where we're headed, to the convention center to talk to the World Central Kitchen. Can't wait to get their story out to our viewers and around the globe on the Fox Weather stream and social media. Bob, Stephen, back to you.
Yeah, Robert, great report as always, and we're glad you're down there to keep it in the news because that's exactly what they want. So it's just when you talk to that guy and he said it was Dorian type of wind and Helene flooding, I mean, that just puts it in perspective. That is just a dreadful combination. Robert Ray, great report. We'll get back to you again in just a little bit. Thanks.